thoughts on that one and maybe what we're going for you guys?
We have to be consistent with the way that we play. I thought 19 turnovers and we give up 28 points. That's just a huge number to overcome versus a team that hadn't been shooting the three-pointer particularly well, and they shoot 41% versus us. Didn't match their physicality early, and then once we did start matching their physicality, I thought we played a decent game. I just have to continue to learn. In that particular instance, I have to trust my gut on certain things and make sure that I put those guys in the best situation. Not to mention just trying to keep the time out, but it's hard when you see things and you have to address it. But it would have been really good for me to keep the time out in that particular instance and move the ball up the floor and really give us a chance to get a look at a shot.
Keon, obviously a hot start. Did it become increasingly difficult to get him looks in that second half?
No, if we did the little things, meaning like there were a heavy nail team, drive the nail and kick it ahead. There were a couple times where we drove in, and it's not that we're being selfish. The guy is just trying to make a play, and I've been in those situations, and I respect it. I like call a timeout. It's not to like kill a guy. It's more to point out that there are things that in basketball, once a shot is created, it has to be taken. And you did your job. You collapsed the paint. Now all you got to do is kick it out and let the next guy make a decision. And when we play that way, first of all, it's beautiful basketball. But second of all, your feet are underneath you. You got a really good shot, a really good look at a shot, and then you make the decision. If the guy closes out, you move it on to the next guy. Once the dominoes start to fall and you get two people on one person, you've done your job and created an advantage. You don't have to do anything else, and those are things we'll look at on the film. And sleepless nights, bro. Sleepless nights.
There was a point in that fourth quarter you pulled Kobe and Keon aside. If you don't mind, just kind of what was your messaging to them in that moment?
Well, in those type of moments, it's not always me needing to address everybody. Sometimes as teammates, you have to go and lift your teammate up, or you need to go and talk to them. There has to be a respect level. Instead, like you feel you got it on the inside, and it's no. Just go talk to them. Say the things that need to be said in a respectful manner, of course, but. That's where we need to get to, is where the coaches aren't always correcting. Like, you guys are correcting each other, and you guys are helping each other, and you guys are talking to each other and showing each other the proper amount of love so that trust begins and continues to grow.
And then no traditional point guard a lot of times on the floor. Who do you really look for to kind of try to initiate things for you guys?
Well, I think it's a three-headed monster. Mesa is got the ball most of the times. He's the point guard. Then trying to let Kobe handle it some and continue to elevate his game. Keon can handle the ball as well. Boogie comes in and he handles. But those are the things, like for Boogie to make that next step, he has to learn how to handle that ball, how to get us into sets, making sure that he's vocal and that he's speaking. And those are things that we struggle with a little bit. And sometimes I try to back up and sit down and see what they're going to do, because it allows me to then coach them instead of micromanaging everything that they do on the floor.
And Lindsay's presence kind of noticed not having her.
Just the energy, obviously, that she brings. Super happy and excited for her, like big time. But it also opens up a spot for other people to step in. Dip was fantastic. Chuck stepped in as well, and just continue to grow our staff as people. Good for them. They get to leave and go someplace and continue to elevate their careers.
As Jones showed a lot of ability, not only knock out shots, but with his raw athleticism. Just what do you take away from him today in this world?
Listen, I'm super, this is just me. I'm super high on Isaac. I think that he hasn't even started to get his grown man strength yet, but he has his nice feel for the game. As I tell him to shoot the ball, I don't know how many rebounds he ended up with tonight. He ended up with 8. My challenge to him was to get double figures. I did that a game ago. He had 7. So in the first game, I think he had like 2 or 3. And I'm like, listen, for a guy like you, that's just unacceptable. You should own the glass, eat the glass, and to watch him do that, 4 offensive, 4 defense, is super special. Like, he has the ability to really be a good NBA player. He has the athleticism, he has the work ethic, he's super coachable. long arms, all the things that me personally that I would look for in a player, and I'm hoping to watch his career continue to grow.
Thank you, guys.